The OECD says there's been a global shift in industrial patterns over the past decade. Emerging economies, especially China, India and Brazil, have become the leading manufacturing hubs in the world. And the change has become permanent.
We see that emerging economies are growing at a higher rate than OECD countries, and despite the current slowdown in several emerging economies, still we think that emerging economies will grow at a higher pace.
South Africa still lags far behind the rest of the world when it comes to industrialization. But the Department of Trade and Industry says the country is making good progress.
We now have a world-class automotive sector in the country. Secondly, we've stabilized and really have even a growing clothing and textile sector. And thirdly is the film industry. As you know, we've created now really a viable and big sector in film industry.
A word of advice from the OECD on how South Africa can do better.
Keeping investing in promoting innovation is a key part of the industrial policy for South Africa, and probably also looking in the future on how to make the industrial development more inclusive in the sense of territories. This country is very concentrated around this province, but there are many untapped opportunities for growth in other regions.
The OECD experts will spend the next 2 days in the country sharing ideas with the DTI on how best to fine-tune the country's industrial policy. Mbongini Muchwa, SABC News, Johannesburg.